Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out the headlines we got for you here. Elon Musk confirms the conspiracy theories. You're going to want it. We're going to take a glimpse at the people who really run the world. Barry Silbert's in the news. We got more attacks on David Schwartz in the XRP community. We got news for the Flare token distribution event. TDE, baby. You're going to want every bit of it. You're going to want every bit of this, too. BRICS coalition just got bigger. You're going to want to know who in the IMF Philippines and a wholesale CBDC. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter for exclusive content at the top of the screen. $844 billion market cap for crypto, running flat this morning. Good morning, everybody. 16,800 plus for Bitcoin, Ethereum 1,200 plus. Tether market cap $66.2 billion right now. XRP 34 cents. Let's take a look at this. If you haven't checked it out, Link2 is running an amazing special right now for the next 48 hours. Do not mess around. You have to be an accredited investor. But listen to this quick clip right here from Ray Fuentes. Shout out to him.
Link2 is joining in on the festivities by offering all our members a free Ledger Stacks when they make an investment of $10,000 or more in any portfolio company when using their Uphold wallet. The promo is live right now and will end at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on December 27, 2022. Ledger's
Don't mess around, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, this stuff just doesn't last long on the platform. The end of the year is closing out. They're running incredible specials. Click the link underneath. Check out my sponsor. You're going to love it. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk confirms what we all have thought and have been accused of being conspiracy theorists. Boy, that happens a lot around these parts. And I bet some of those people that accused us would like to have that back right about now. But you know what? Take a listen to this.
I mean, to be totally frank, almost every conspiracy theory that people had about Twitter turned out to be true. So, is there a conspiracy theory about Twitter that didn't turn out to be true? So far, they've all turned out to be true. And if not, more true than people thought.
More true than people thought. That's the kind of manipulation that's been going on. This is exactly what I believe Chris Giancarlo was hinting to. I think it was last summer or late last spring, when he talked about the idea that social media platforms were being used by the government to outsource censorship. That's what I believe Elon was confirming right there in that statement. And I thought to myself, why not pull this information that I've shared before, but why not share it again? The next time someone tries to tell you that the right, left, mainstream media, one is right, one is wrong, remind them that the same people own and control both corporations. It's the ones that we don't see every day that really run the world. They only inform us to divide us, because that's the goal. Take a look right here. Vanguard, BlackRock. Isn't that interesting? News Corp is Fox or CNN. That's what you got there, right? CNN, Vanguard, BlackRock. Fox Corporation, Rupert Murdoch, Vanguard, BlackRock. There's some others that match on the list too. I think you get the point. The salient point is there. The people with the money are controlling the narrative on both sides of the fence. If you don't really embrace that, you're really, as far as I'm concerned, not engaged in a real truth. That the mainstream media is using a spin to deliver a narrative that suits your political ideologies. And then everybody argues at work or around the table on a holiday. Barry Silbert's on this list, but not for good reasons, right? Digital currency group Barry Silbert showing zero net worth in December here, and it was $3.2 billion just back in March. This is a tough space, and you don't have to be a billionaire to understand that. And speaking of tough spaces, Craig Wright, who's always claimed he is the real Satoshi and has been proven in court many times that there is an issue with that matter and that fact, has now turned the guns towards David Schwartz and the XRP community. Now, I do not want to see anyone engage in anything other than a professional collegiate conversation. I don't want to see anyone harass, name call, do anything like that. But I want to show this to you because it appears to me that we're seeing more and more of these attacks as we get closer and closer to the ruling on this case. I'm not going to go into what went on, but I can tell you it was a long thread of back and forth of Craig Wright just taking massive shots at either the XRP ledger, its technology, David Schwartz personally, or the XRP community. I mean, it is really bad. But I'll tell you what it's led to. John Deaton says on behalf of 76,000 XRP holders, he said, I filed an amicus brief for who's Craig S. Wright? Yeah, I tell you what, boy, John Deaton's on the scene. You're going to wish you didn't kick that up out of the bushes. I can tell you that. Go John Deaton. Here's some news you're going to want right here. It's Flare and the TDE. The Flare token distribution event is confirmed January 9th, 2023. The support from major exchanges agreeing to distribute Flare to their customers within 2 weeks of this date has been excellent. We would like to thank all of the exchange teams for their endless support and collaboration. Below is the latest list of exchanges that have confirmed their support for Flare distribution. Please note more exchanges may be added to the list, so they will provide updates as they come in. But look at this list right here. Boy, that is a hell of a list. And we like seeing that list. Now, Coinbase is still not on that list, so we need to know about that too. But this is for the Japanese exchanges and still awaiting right here Binance US, Coinbase, and Amber Japan. So if we get more information on that, we'll certainly show it to you, but certainly wanted to do that as well. And shout out to Carl Wagner for giving us that inside the Digital Perspectives Mastermind group. And take a look right here. This is a very, very big deal, and we better be ready to see other countries joining the fold. BRICS coalition, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Egypt has now joined the coalition. And this is absolutely a de-dollarization campaign, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're seeing here. And if you take a look, you don't believe me, let's get into this. Shout out G the Gray Fox here. Egypt joins new development bank, and it says right here, it's talking about BRICS. It says, thus, Egypt becomes the second African country to join BRICS' new development bank. BRICS' de-dollarization campaign is gaining momentum. Some BRICS states have already switched to the local currencies in order to reduce the dependency on the US dollar and the euro. BRICS is working to develop its own financial infrastructure, including a joint payment network in this backdrop. Egypt joining BRICS bloc only further boosts the campaign. That's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. The moves are being made. And are we smart enough to watch them? It's widely known how the United States uses its economic clout to achieve foreign policy goals, so on and so on. The dominance of the role of the petrodollar in the global economy also provides the opportunity to exert significant influence over other economies, which is why we just saw Saudi Arabia agree to do Chinese yuan on the Shanghai exchange with China when they're buying and selling oil. The moves are being made. And I played this yesterday, but I'm going to give you just a second of this. This is Vladimir Putin giving a talk in his own words. He says, I think this has become a very real threat, talking about the inflation, the money, the control of the US dollar dominance and SWIFT, right? A real threat for many countries that keep their gold and foreign exchange reserves in these countries that really manipulate is what his point is. And then he says this. He says, but according to the objective expert analysis, in the coming years, a conversion process of global reserves will get underway. And that's why I believe we keep seeing stuff about wholesale CBDCs and tokenization, and the government's going to roll out high prudential regulated stable coins. They're going to control this space. I'm not happy about it. The libertarian in me is kicking and screaming. But I see what's coming here. And if you know how to make it any other way, send me a message. But right here, we see the IMF is set to collaborate with the Philippines on the Wholesale CBDC project. And one thing I wanted to highlight this before we got out of here is that basically it's BSB Bank, right? And BSB Bank here in the Philippines, the central bank of the Philippines, basically also regulates Ripple affiliate coins.ph. Now, there's no direct connection, but I just wanted to show the chain of command there and what's going on in the Philippines. One has to wonder if the Ripple private ledger could be involved with the IMF and that wholesale CBDC for the Philippines. Now, I do want to give you this before you leave. The Ledger Stacks, if you haven't checked it out and you're not accredited, click the link underneath the video. Get the best deal right now for yourself. That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.